This video will go through some of the features of the teacher dashboard on Odyssey so you can create classes, view reports, and send individual assignments to students. Staff members can log into Odyssey just like students do through the Student Toolbox, or you can go to www.thelearningodyssey.com. Once you are there, you log in using your MPS user ID. Your password will be password13, or if you change in the past and cannot remember, there is a forgot password link. Where it says school, make sure it says Milwaukee. The first thing you want to do is create a class with the students that you're going to be working with on Odyssey. To do that, you want to go to the My Students tab along the top. Then you want to click where it says New and select Class. First thing to do is to give the class a name. We recommend putting your first and last name or your room number, something in there to distinguish that it is your class you created. You should leave grade level and subject blank. Next, you can add other teachers to the same class if you'd like, or you can remain as the only teacher. Students can be in multiple classes, so you don't have to share your students. But if you are co-teaching or you have a situation where another teacher wants to see the same students, you could add them there. Once you are done, on the right there, make sure all the teachers appear that you want to be attached to this class, and then click Save in the lower right-hand corner. Now that you have created a class, you want to add students to that class. So the first thing is make sure you're still on the My Students tab, and then on the left-hand side where it says My School, you want to expand that and click on Students. This will give you a list of every student in the school. If you would like to filter that to only show students in a certain grade level, you can click where it says Narrow by Attributes, click the double downward arrows. You will then get a little filter where you can select a specific grade level, and then you can click where it says Narrow, and then your list on the right will only show students in that grade level. You then want to go through and put a check mark next to all of the students you want to add to the class that you'll be working with. Once you have that, on the top, click where it says Actions, and then go Add to Class. You will get a little pop-up. All of the classes you created will appear here. Click on the class you want to add them to, and then click Add in the lower right portion of the pop-up. You can add and remove students from your class at any time. When you're on the My Students tab on the left side where it says My Classes, you can click on the class and then put a check mark next to any of the students you want to remove, and then go under Actions and select Remove from Class. This will not affect the students' work that they have or if they're involved with any other classes. It'll just remove them from your class on Odyssey. Next, we will go through how to set up a weekly progress report in Odyssey. On the top, you will see a tab that says Reports. If you click there, in the lower left, you will have different types of reports. The progress report is located under the section that is called Progress Report. The last one there, Default Student Progress Report, is the best one to run. On the right there, you will see where it says Settings. Click there to set up this report. You will get this pop-up. First, you want to work on the Details section and give your report a name. You can call this report whatever you would like. It'll be on your dashboard only. Only thing you should really change on here is where it says repeated activities. Change that to say use highest score. That way on the progress report you will see the highest score a student gets if they go in and repeat an activity. Next, you want to go to the Curricula tab. You should leave all of these check marks so you will see the work that they've done in all of the areas. If you prefer to only see one area, you can unselect all other areas and just keep those areas. But it is best to have all of them selected. Next is the Assignments tab. Here you want to make sure it's selected to say All Work. Once you ensure it says all work, you go to the next one that says students. Here's where you're going to add the students or class that you want to appear on this report. So on the left-hand side, you want to click where it says My Classes, and then all of the classes you have created will appear. Put a check mark next to that class or those classes you want to appear in this report. And then be sure on the top to click where it says Add Selected Items. It is very important that you check to make sure they are check marked, and then click Add Selected Items. Next, you want to be on the Schedule and Send tab. On the left, make sure the status says On. Where it says Run Report, change that to say Every Week, and then select the day of the week you want to get an email with this report. Then check your start and stop dates. Make sure the stop date is the end of the school year. This will enable Odyssey to email you this report every week on the date selected, and that way you never have to go back in here and set up the report again. You'll just automatically get it. Then on the right hand side, ensure your email address is there with a check mark next to it. You can also add any other staff members if you would like them to get this report as well. Then where it says attach, make sure there's a check mark next to PDF file. This way the email will have it attached right on there, and you don't have to go into Odyssey to view the report. When you are done, click Save in the lower right hand corner. You will then get a little pop-up asking you if you want to save your template as, and that'll be the same name you typed on the first screen. If you like to save it as something different, you can change it here. When you are done, you will see in the lower left-hand corner it says the new report template is saved. Then in the upper right-hand corner, click the X to close this window and get back into your Odyssey dashboard. Next, we will go through how to send content to individual students in Odyssey. Again, Star will update content into a student's Odyssey account, but as a teacher, you can send additional content to your whole class or to individual students. On the top of your dashboard, you want to go to where it says Assignment Builder. Once there, make sure you are under Odyssey Curriculum on the left, and then you can click on Select Subject and select a subject that you would like to get content for. After you select content, and in this example I selected math, you will be able to pick a grade level. Odyssey has content K through 8th grade that is Common Core aligned. Once you pick a grade level, you can scroll up and down and see the areas that have content. Once you find one that you want to send content to, for example here, fractions and decimals, click on the blue words to drill into it. You will then get a list of the individual skills. On this screen, you want to put a check mark next to all of the areas you want to send to a student or a class to work on. You can select more than one or just one. Once you are done, click where it says Add Selected Tasks in the lower left-hand corner. You will be taken to a new screen that will show all of the content you have selected to add to this class or student. On the screen, you can change the order that it will appear on the student's dashboard. Once you have checked that's all that you want and that is the order you want, click on Complete Assignment on the bottom of the screen. You will get a pop-up that looks like this. On the screen, you need to give the folder a name. In this example, I called this folder Thursday Work because I want the students to work on this on a Thursday. But you could call this folder whatever you wanted to. Then on the right, where it says Subject, you want to pick the subject folder this will go into. It is recommended to not pick reading or math because that is where the star will be putting content. So if you add this to the reading or math folder, it will get mixed in with your star content. It is recommended to use math models for math or language arts for anything related to language arts and reading. Then underneath, you have a choice of assignment order to be sequential, self-select, or auto-launch. That is up to you to decide what you would like the students to work with. When you are done, click Next. You will get one final pop-up that allows you to add this to a whole class or to individual students. Put a check mark next to the names or the whole class, and then click Finish. Creating these assignments is a great way to use at Tier 1 to have all students work on a particular Common Core aligned material, or during your RTI intervention time, you could send specific content to individual students around their needs. There are a variety of user guides available on mConnect. Once you're logged into mConnect, in the upper right-hand corner, search for Interventions. Then you can go to the Reading or Math Interventions page.